Hi, welcome to another installment of Drive Time with Mike, the lesson format we use at Walnut Street Church of Christ for our small groups known as Community Drive Groups. Thanks for watching. I want you to look at Luke chapter 9, verses 28 through 36. Luke chapter 9, verses 28 through 36. In this passage of Scripture, we see the transfiguration of Jesus. Now, the transfiguration is where the real person that Jesus is on the inside overpowers his flesh. And as a result, his face glows and his clothing changes color to like a bright white. And his friends see this change. Now for Jesus, he's always been God. He always will be God. But this was a moment when who he really is on the inside overpowers his flesh and reveals itself to the world. Now, we also experience a transfiguration of sorts. For us, it's called sanctification. Now, sanctification is where who God created us to be on the inside overpowers our flesh, our fleshly desires, the things that we would like to do that are contrary to what God would have us to do, and it reveals itself to those around us. That's called sanctification. Could you imagine what this world would be like if we really got serious about being sanctified? Could you imagine how we could affect our friends and our loved ones if we really focused on the sanctification process, on being who God created us to be on the inside? I mean, imagine if we were really, truly serious and focused on prioritizing God with all of our heart, mind, soul, and strength. Imagine if we really got serious about prioritizing others like we would normally prioritize ourselves. Imagine if we got serious about the things that Jesus said we ought to get serious about. I mean, imagine if instead of some of our little petty religious things that are important to us, imagine if those things were replaced with the things that Jesus said was important, like justice and mercy. Imagine if we were more graceful. Imagine if we were more dedicated to God's will and God's purpose and God's mission for our lives. Just imagine how we could change even our world and our sphere of influence. Just imagine if people saw the godlikeness in us bursting beyond our flesh and our fleshly desires. Just imagine how we could change the world. I hope that you are serious about the sanctification process so that others can see how you're changing. May we be that type of Christian. God bless you.